and welcome to Cutting In and Out.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
And now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
Back to the Sacramento softball complex, getting ready for the decisive championship game for the Division I Sac-Joaquin section softball champions. Each team has won a game, so this is for the section championship. No doubt about it, as we're going to sit the same home and visiting team. Pleasant Grove's going to be your home team. The Vintage Crushers, who won last game 14-2, will be your visiting team, and we're underway. Casey Burnett to lead things off. And that's a called strike, 0-1. Casey Burnett, the right fielder, will lead off. Batting second, Sarah Hayes, the third baseman, in the 3-hole. Our player of the game last year was Amy Robin, the second baseman. Batting fourth, Scott. Haley Forbes. Give me that one. Batting fifth is Haley Forbes. What's that buzzing noise? Number 4, Jordan Hernandez, the first baseman, batting seventh. Number 8, Emily Ostrike, the pitcher, batting eighth is Nikki Burnett, the right fielder, and batting ninth, Courtney Kelly, the shortstop. 0-2 is the count, and that one's just a bit outside, 0-1. For Pleasant Grove, they'll line up like this around the infield. Young in left, Amaturo in center, Antigua in right, McCoyne at third, Malagad at second, Matagad at short, Kamina at second, Washington at first, Murray behind the plate, and Matthias on the mound. 2-2 the count to the leadoff batter, Casey Burnett. There's a pitcher right back to Matthias, 1-3, and that's how this game gets started. Pleasant Grove fans on their feet, they're pumped up. That'll bring up Sarah Hayes, the third baseman. Lefty against the righty Matthias, and still McCoyne playing very in at third. I just don't get that strategy. I really don't, but that's not for me to worry about, I guess. Decisive game for the Division I Sac-Joaquin section champions. All on the line here tonight. That one just misses 1-1 now on Hayes. Jason Patterson will be joining us momentarily. Went out to switch out the headphones. We had a little technical difficulty with one of the headsets. But we're rocking and rolling here in Sacramento. There's a drive up the middle off the glove of Matthias. And I think had she let that one go, they probably would have had a play on her. But since it touched her glove, it sent the shortstop, Malagad, in a different direction, and it allowed Hayes to reach base on the infield single. That'll bring up Bailey Robin, who was our player of the game last game, with 3 hits. There's a drive down the first baseline. That's a fair ball. Rounding second, heading to third is Hayes. And just like that, Robin left off where she was last game, with a single down the right field line just past Washington at first. Runners at the corners, one out here in the top of the first. As we appreciate, oh, that sounds a lot better. We appreciate your patience with us, folks, while we sort through a couple technical issues. But we are back in full strength now. Jason, you hear me?
Yep.
I hear you. And Jason, welcome, man. Well, Vintage starting off right where they left off last game, getting those bats and turning the corner and aggressive base running and everything that they do well, they're doing right here in the top of the first. They want to build an early lead, and then they can send their ace, strike back out to the circle.
So we got a 1-1 count here.
Yeah, Sidney Scott's the batter, the catcher. Runners at the corner, top of the first. Early intensity early on. There's a shot to right center field. Center fielder Maturo makes the play, but coming home and scoring on the play is Hayes, and it's 1-0 on an RBI sac fly from Sidney Scott.
That's smart softball right there. It's exactly what you want. You got a runner on third. You put a fly ball in the outfield, get the sacrifice fly. Nice play by Vintage there to get the early 1-0 lead early in this game. So just like you said, the Vintage Crushers starting off right back where they left off and getting another run up there on the board.
Robin had to stay at second. Nice play there by Amaturo in center. Haley Forbes now the batter, number 17. Haley had a good game last game with a couple of hits. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pleasant Grove fans, they're pumped up because last game they didn't have anything to cheer for, really. They brought the energy here tonight for this decisive D1 section championship game. I guess it's not plural anymore. It's just championship game. That one's a fastball outside. I wish I knew the count. But I don't. We'll wait for it. Our home umpire this time is Carl Clark. So, and John Williams moves to first. There's a high fly ball. Center field Armature under it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Vintage gets one run on 2 hits. They leave one through a half inning. Crushers 1, Eagles nothing. You're listening to the Division I softball section championship for the Sac-Joaquin section only on PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more? Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here today? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows you to broadcast all your activities and other broadcasts on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We back on. Jason rocking and rolling. Let me give you your lineups for the Pleasant Grove Eagles. It's the same lineup as last game. We're leading off is Marissa Malagod, the shortstop, batting second. Amber Murray, the catcher, batting third. Vanessa Washington, the first baseman. In the cleanup spot, Autumn Miller, the DP. Batting fifth is Katie Antigua, the third baseman. Batting sixth is Victoria Camina, the second baseman. Batting seventh is Ray Young, the left fielder. Batting eighth is Alexa McCoy, the center fielder. And batting ninth is Selena Matthias, the pitcher. Those are your lineups. Let me give you your fielding lineups for the Vintage Crushers. In left field is Forbes. In center field, Casey Burnett. In right field is Nikki Burnett. There's a high fly ball to center field. It's Burnett under it. She makes the catch, one away, as Malagod is retired. And it was not easy to retire her in that first game. Around the infield, Hayes at third, Kelly at short, Robin at second, Hernandez at first, Scott is your catcher, and O'Strike on the mound. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by PlayOnSports.com, your home for high school sports. Another first pitch swinging, and it's over the right fielder's head, Nikki Burnett. Rounding second, going to third, and cut off and into third with a triple is Amber Murray. And listen to this Pleasant Grove fans. They're going wild here early on, Jason.
It's definitely a change from the first game, as they didn't have much to cheer about with a 14-2 final score. But they came here ready to knowing that they're going to take game two. Game one was just a warm-up game. Game two is where it really matters.
And that'll bring up Vanessa Washington, the first baseman. First pitch is a little bit inside 1-0. 1-0 is our score, bottom of the first. Vintage Crushers at 33-1 on the year, led by head coach Rick Robin. They won the first game 14-2. Second pitch is high and outside, 2-0 now on Vanessa Washington. For Pleasant Grove, the Eagles are 22-10 on the year, led by head coach Chris Murray. Fouled back out of play, and it'll be 1-2. Finn Pendergrast is our in-game producer. The one and only Tim King, our videographer. And that one hits Washington. But any way you can get on base in a championship game is a good thing. That's for sure.
You need runners to get runs, so that's definitely a good start. As the crowd chants Audie for Autumn Miller coming to the plate, number 10. Their cleanup batter for the Eagles.
The designated player. Miller will hit but not field.
She's got to be one heck of a hitter to not field and only bat and be batting in that cleanup position.
Absolutely. Runners at the corners here, one out. There's a high fly ball. It's going to be caught by... Ooh, bobbled and dropped. I almost spoke too soon. Just hanging on was Robin. So Miller's retired on one pitch, F4, barely.
Yeah, that was close. Way to stick with that ball. Robin almost had it pop right out of her glove, and she caught it more with her palm instead of the netting of her glove. She was able to locate it back in the air and make a nice catch. It's going to bring it. That's going to be the second out of this inning.
So it'll take a 2-out knock or an error to score Murray from third, and that'll bring up. It'll bring up Katie Antigua. Antigua, the third baseman. I wonder if they're going to try to move Washington over to second, move both runners in scoring position. Ball is high, 2-0.
They haven't done it yet.
Just a tad. Good crowd on hand here for the Division I Sac-Joaquin softball championship game. That ball's high, 3-1. And the rumors were confirmed. I actually laid eyes on Jeff Kurtz, so it's not just a rumor anymore. We actually saw him. I saw him with my own two blue eyes. I saw Jeff Kurtz, the West Coast president. Ball's inside, 3-1. Making his trek up from San Diego area. And the pitch. Ball four, bases loaded. Antigua walks.
This is where Pleasant Grove needs to take advantage of it. They didn't have too many opportunities in game one here in game 2. They now have bases loaded, 2 outs. It's almost looking like what happened with Vintage in the last game. They had a bases loaded, 2-out situation, and they were able to bring home 7 in that inning. So let's see what they what Pleasant Grove can do here.
Fouled back out of play. The batter is Jordan Washington. No, Victoria Camina is the batter. 0-1 on her, second baseman. Murray at third, Washington at second, Antigua at first. Outside 1-1. Fouled out of play, almost making a play on it was Scott, the catcher. Just out of her reach. High intensity here in the first. 2-1 is the count. Fouled back out of play, 2-2.
This is a big at-bat for Pleasant Grove, but it is a bigger at-bat for Vintage pitcher's O-Strike right now. She wants to get out of this inning, keep her little one-run cushion that she's built in this first inning.
And that could be trouble. It's a fair ball. 1 run was scored. Going to play at the plate and out at home plate.
Beautiful
Trying
play
to
by
score
Forbes.
was Washington. An absolute, you're right about that, a great play there by Forbes.
She played that ball nicely, was able to put the ball into home plate, only gave up 1 run, so bases loaded with a little blooper to the left field, and she only gave up 1 run. Beautiful play by Forbes to keep this a tie ball game, as that could have been trouble for these Vintage Crushers.
So Murray scores on the RBI single from Camina as Washington's tagged out 7-2 trying to score. Through 1 inning, we're all tied at 1. You're listening to the Sac-Joaquin Softball Division I Championship game only on the Play On Sports Network.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
Top of the second is going to be Hernandez, Ostrike, and Nikki Burnett due up for the Crushers. I like that nickname, Crushers. It's pretty cool.
It's definitely
original,
cool.
yeah.
Especially when you win in games 14-2.
But definitely a different energy, different vibe in this one.
No, I definitely agree. Pleasant Grove has come out here, and they stepped it up already game 2. Like I said, they were treating game 1 as a warm-up game, and they're out here to really play this championship game now, game 2.
And there's a base hit for Hernandez. So they get the leadoff batter on, which they did a lot of last game. That'll bring up Emily Ostrike, the pitcher. Number 8, Ostrike had a couple of singles last game. decisive championship game here for Sac-Joaquin Division I. Shows bunt. Pulls back. Murray thought about pulling the trigger down to Washington. Actually, it probably would have been Kamina, as Washington and McCoyne playing deep in on first. Ball's just inside. 2-0.
Yeah, the Pleasant Grove following did not like that call. They all were expecting a strike. Me as well. From the vantage point from this side of the field, it definitely looked like that one was good.
That ball's outside. 3-0. That one's right down J Street for a called strike. 3-1. Don't want to give any free passes here. Big 3-1 pitch coming up here. 2-0 strike. She shows bunt. She doesn't pull it. She doesn't. I don't know why she pulled back. That looked like a pretty good pitch to bunt on if that's the direction you wanted to go. She pulls it back, and we're all count at full from 3-0 to 3-2. Hernandez on first. 1-1. Top of the second. Jason. And there's a shot to center field. Maturo moving over, makes the catch. And Maturo, to her right, retires a strike, F8. And that'll bring up Nikki Burnett, the right fielder. Good battle there.
Yeah, definitely a good battle. This is definitely turning out to be a more close game already. Less runs, less errors. Everybody's settled in now. All the cobwebs are shaken, and this is some real Division I softball for you.
Ball's high. Good crowd on hand. Pleasant Grove, they didn't have a lot to cheer for that last game. Remember, they got 2 in the first, and then were shut out the rest of the way. They're just waiting for any little thing to explode. That ball misses. Oh, they called a strike. Late, both umpires today, Jason Patterson, are late in their calls.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's our headset that is affecting it. I'm sure he's calling strike long before he's making the signal.
Yeah, that's a good point. Another strike, 1-2. 1 out here in the top of the second. 1-1 is our score. Runner at first is Hernandez. Fouled out of play. Count will remain at 1-2.
It was a nice cut there by Burnett, staying alive.
One-two pitch on the way. Change-up misses.
That was a solid eye by Burnett. She wanted to swing at that one. She really, really wanted to offer. Instead, she check swing. Nice eye.
Here we go. Fouled back out of play. Remains 2-2.
This is a good at-bat by Burnett. She's sticking in there. She's not giving Matthias any kind of room. Let's see who wins this battle.
We'll do it again. Here we go. Getting a piece of it, coming in and making a nice play. Oh, they're going to double her up. Oh, how about that? F4 to 3. Hernandez is picked off. So 3 up, 3 down. Go the Crushers in the top of the second through 1.5. We're all tied at 1. You're listening to the Sac-Joaquin Division I Softball Section Championship game only on the Play On High School Sports Network.
one match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
And now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
Bottom of the second, and it will be Young, McCoy, and Matthias. Ray Young, right-handed batter, high fly ball to Forbes in left. Now it's going to be Burnett in center making the catch. One pitch, one out goes Young here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Alexa McCoy, the center fielder. Make that the third baseman. About that sunset type of time where we have about, I'd say about another 25 minutes of the sun being out. It's only on a small portion of the field. It's actually on the mound, on the pitcher's circle, where O'Strike has been fantastic today. She's given up just 3 runs in 6.5 innings. We got umpires telling the girls to settle down a little bit. Can't hate the emotion, but something they did wrong, Jason. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, it was one too many standing to the right on the
is that
pitch.
what it was?
Yeah.
Fouled back to McCoy. D1 Sac-Joaquin Softball Championship game right here on PlayOnSports.com. Happy to have you with us here on a Wednesday evening here in the capital city. A beautiful evening. That one misses high. And as soon as I know the count, I'll give it to you. Once again, no count on the scoreboard. I'll try to keep it as best I can on my scorebook. And the pitch. And it's another, just a pop-up taken by the third baseman, Hayes. Quickly, 2 away. That'll bring up Selena Matthias, the pitcher. Selena had a double and a single in the first game. She actually, for the 9-hitter, she had a couple big hits. Surprised they didn't move her up in the lineup a little bit. But then again, some coaches like to have some power down there towards the bottom of the lineup as well. That one's high, 1-0.
Yeah, anytime you can get production out of your 9-hole, it always helps because you've got your 1, 2, 3 batters coming up right after that. So production out of the 9-hole is always good.
Absolutely.
That's a good eye.
Out 2-1. This is a fun little facility, this Sacramento softball complex. Played in a couple of media leagues back when I was in the radio business here at the complex, and it's just a fun place. That one misses inside, and it's 3-0. And you see Matthias wiggle and shake or shout there in the batter's box. And that's a ball 4-pitch walk. And Pleasant Grove has a base runner. Just a second base runner today, third. And a pinch runner. And Jason's going to tell you who it is.
It's going to be number 3, Anita Singh.
Singh, she came in last game for a pinch running duties.
Yeah, she's a junior, so the junior's going to get out there, outfielder, second baseman. See if she can't get herself around and get her run on the scoreboard for these Pleasant Grove Eagles.
Folks, don't make sure you tune into our PlayOnSports.com postgame show where Jason and I will select a player of the game and wrap this thing up. Once again, that's the PlayOnSports.com postgame show where Jason and I will select a player of the game. That one's outside, 1-0. Now on the leadoff hitter, Marissa Malagod. 1-1, I'm being told. Malagod flew out to center. There's a shot, and they just passed Hernandez at first, and it gets by Burnett in right field. Grounding third and coming home to score is Singh, and Pleasant Grove takes their first lead of the day.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there, as their first baseman for Vintage could not make the play on that one. Looks like that's Hernandez over there for first base.
So Malagod with the RBI double. She ends up on third because of a throwing error, but I'm only giving her a double, unofficially, of course. And that'll bring up Amber Murray, who tripled and scored a run. This one has a chance to get out of here. It's gone! Oh, boy! A home run for Amber Murray as the Eagles come pouring out of the dugout. A two-run shot. Unbelievable.
That was indeed a shot. That was gone. Everybody in the stands knew that was gone as soon as she hit it. That was all bat to ball. Got it right on the sweet spot of the bat. That drifted right over the left center field wall.
Wow, so our first home run of the game, you see the ball. Maybe Tim can get a shot. We can still see the ball sitting out there. That's pretty cool. And it's 4-1 now. We got some trash talking going on. As Amber Murray, she's already got the two toughest legs of the cycle, a triple and a home run, making an early candidate for our player of the game. Bottom of the second, Pleasant Grove on top, 4-1. Wow, that was exciting. That ball was crushed.
That ball was indeed crushed.
I mean, Forbes gave it a run, but she couldn't do it. There's nothing she could do.
Yeah, that one was just obliterated or crushed.
Both. Right?
Not by the opposing team, not by the Crushers this time.
And Jeff Kurtz is back at his in-laws, and we're here enjoying this one. And look at this Pleasant Grove crowd getting even a ball, and they're just going wild.
Yeah, even Ostrike on the pitcher circle is smiling after that one.
Washington was hit by a pitch and then thrown out at home on a 7-2. Great play by Forbes out there and left. That one misses outside, and I believe it's 2-0.
Man, that ball really was crushed.
And there's a lazy fly ball in the infield. It's going to be caught by Robin to end the inning, but not before. The Pleasant Grove Eagles get 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave one, and they get a 2-run home run by Amber Murray through 2. Pleasant Grove on top, 4-1. You're listening to the Division I Sac-Joaquin Softball Championship game only on the Play On High School Sports Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to
9-1-2 up for Vintage, now trailing 4-1. They're trailing for the first time today. It'll be Courtney Kelly, Casey Burnett, and Sarah Hayes, 9-1-2. That ball is a little bit high, 1-0. Kelly, the shortstop. Both feet in front of the plate. Interesting stands there. That's a called strike, 1-1. Pleasant Grove definitely has all the momentum now, Jason. Ball's high, 2-1. That ball's belted into center field for a base hit. So the 9-hitter gets it done. Vintage in the top of the third gets their leadoff runner on for the second time today. Second time this game, I should say. And top of the order now, Casey Burnett, who grounded out in the first. There's a bunt, and it's... Oh, I don't know why Murray gave up on it. It looked like she had a good beat on it. Oh, wow. I think she thought McCoyne was going to get it, and McCoyne thought she was going to get it type of thing.
I think McCoyne is probably the more angry one right now. She looked like she was yelling at her catcher back there. She wanted her to get that out.
So Casey Burnett at the plate. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, there was some heat on that one. That one had a smoke trail behind it.
Look at Matthias out there on the mound. She's got a little pep to her step now. She got a 4-1 lead.
Well, this is the first time she's pitched in this whole entire day with a lead behind her. So when you have a little bit of run support, it makes it a little bit easier to pitch strikes out there.
Absolutely. That's a good point. We got to meet. Oh, no, they're going to wrap it up. I thought we were going to have a meeting on the mound. A quick one before our home umpire, Carl Clark, says, okay, that's enough, girls. Let's wrap this thing up. We can't all be at our in-laws like Jeff Kurtz. We're out here in the cold. It's all right. Sun's still shining a little bit. Here we go. And the pitch. And that's coming out towards us, just over my head here. Almost hit an innocent bystander down there. You got to be careful. Those softballs, those things are heavy.
So, yeah, unfortunately for the innocent bystander, he didn't understand the words heads up.
Top of the third, 4-1. Pleasant Grove on top. Swinging bunt, trying to drag it down the left side is another foul ball. We'll do it again. Good battle here between Casey Burnett and Selena Matthias. Let's do it again. And this time hits a shortstop to second. They get the force play. Nice play there. Goes Marigold to Kamina. Goes 6-4. They get the lead runner. Heck of a play there, Jason.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That was a heck of a dig by Malagod over there at shortstop. She was able to catch it right off the side, make a nice throw to second base to catch that lead runner. That was a beautiful play all around by the shortstop for Pleasant Grove.
So Burnett gets to first on the fielder's choice. as I mentioned, Kelly retired 6-4. One away here in the third. 4-1, Pleasant Grove on top. Show bunt. Runner goes. Throw to second. It gets away, and they're going to hold it on the brakes. So a stolen base for Burnett. And now Jason, a base knock by Hayes can make it a 2-run deficit.
Yeah, again, with these bases only being 60 feet apart, a single here probably scores Burnett from second base.
That one almost hit Hayes, 1-0.
Well, there's a couple of girls on that vintage team that have that interesting batting where they start running towards the pitcher as the ball is coming. It's kind of Ichiro-like. It's a little bit interesting.
Meeting on the mound by the umpires.
Well, this is definitely the way Pleasant Grove wanted to start Game 2. Like I said, they came into Game 1. They had an unfortunate turn of events. Vintage was just pouring it on, and they came into Game 2, got their crowd nice and pumped up into it. They came out. Everybody's got a big smile on their face. They definitely shook off that Game 1 nicely, and that's exactly what they needed to do. As I pointed it out a couple times already, I wouldn't doubt that Pleasant Grove was treating Game 1 as a warm-up game, and Game 2 is the real deal.
What was the meeting about? Hard to say. Yeah! 1-1 offering. Outside. Burnett's at second. One away.
It's a 3-1 count here.
And the pitch. Ball 4. So Hayes draws the walk, brings the tying run now to the plate. For Bailey Robin, our Game 1 player of the game, she singled back in the first.
She had something like 5 RBIs in the first
game. 5
game.
RBIs. She's a heck of a player, that's for sure.
She's definitely looking to try to put 2 up right now.
A lot of texting going on. Oh, there's a smash. We might tie it with one swing. Gone!
Oh, man. That's how you, that's our player of the game from Game 1, and with a 3-run shot, that's going to tie this game up in the third inning. What a shot by Bailey Robbins. And I guarantee you, head coach from Vintage, Rick Robin, is really happy with his daughter right now.
Absolutely. So Bailey Robin clears the bases with one swing. And, Jason, we got a brand-new ball game.
Yeah, it just got interesting, to say the least. Third inning, tie game 4-4. Pleasant Grove was playing exactly how they wanted to play their game, and Vintage is just not going away. They came here to play.
Sydney Scott now the batter. She had a sac fly RBI in the first. Right-handed batter. And the pitch. Fouled back to the backstop. Haley Forbes is on deck.
Definitely got some highlights for you in this game.
Yeah, that ball was smoked. Almost hit the cameraman out there. Is that the Max Preps guy?
He seemed pretty okay with himself. He wasn't moving.
He didn't move an inch.
He's dedicated.
He didn't want anything to happen to his expensive camera. Changeup is blasted to right. Coming back on it, making the patch is Kamina. And Scott is retired F4. And that'll bring up Haley Forbes.
Whoa, we have an announcer.
Was that a PA announcer?
For the first time.
It only took 5,
10 innings.
6,
we'll
7,
just say 10.
7.5 about.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Forbes calls for time.
I bet Forbes feels special. She's the only one that's got her name announced over the PA system the entire game.
Haley digs in. Ball's low, 1-0.
Well, this game definitely turned around here in the third inning. I thought Pleasant Grove was going to start going away with it, and Vintage comes right back in it with a 3-run blast by Bailey Robbins.
I'm going to have to disagree. Not surprised at all. I mean, based on the 33-1 record and the 14 they put up in Game 1, I figured that they could get it going at any time. And Sean Matthias has had some problems on the mound with her control. Still just one out here, too. Forbes waits for the pitch she likes. Wide stance. Called strike on the inside corner. Matthias doing her best Picasso impersonation, painting the corner there. Forbes drives that one a long way. Off the wall, over the head of Imaturo, and just a long single for Forbes, but she gave that one a ride. I thought maybe it was another line drive home run.
Yeah, definitely a nice blast, like you said, but Amaturo was able to make a nice play out there, pick it up nicely, and held her to only a single. So nice play by Riley Amaturo out there in center field.
It really was.
Holding Forbes to just a single.
And that'll bring up Jordan Hernandez, who singled in the second. She's 1 for 1. Ball's very high, 1-0.
So we've got 2 outs here in the third inning. Tie ball game at 4 with a runner on first base for the Vintage Crushers.
Outside, 2-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 2-1. Hernandez about a day and a half behind that one. That was some heat.
Yeah, she wanted all of that one. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything to have because the ball was already in the catcher's mitt.
We'll see what she does here as an encore. Outside, 3-1. Much to the dismay of this Eagles fans. Fouled back, and we got a full count.
Well, good job by Matthias to get that count full as she started behind in this at-bat. Let's see if she can't finish out this one and close out this inning and keep it a tie ball game.
Payoff pitch on the way. And it's smoked into the outfield for a base hit. Another single. That one was ripped, Jason. So back-to-back singles has Forbes at second and Hernandez at first for Emily Ostrike, who flew out to center. She gave it a good ride there in the second, but flew out, and we'll see if she can give Vintage the lead. Got a meeting on the mound. We'll take a break in the action. This is the Sac-Joaquin Division I Softball Championship game only on the Play On Sports Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Softball Complex Field 3 for the Sac-Joaquin Division I Softball Championship game. 4-4 is our score. Top of the third. The Crushers of Vintage out of Napa looking to add to their 3 runs they've already got here in the frame. A base hit can give them their first lead of the ball game. I'm not sure what's going on here.
You and me both. I think there was a little conversation between the home plate umpire and the catcher.
Okay. With Murray and our umpire, Mr. Carl Clark. Fouled back out of play. bounces into the student section, and they throw it back into the field.
Throw it back.
The pain of losing is greater than the joy of winning, some would say.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Ooh! Oh, they did call it a strike. I was going to say that's awfully close, and it's 1-2 now on a strike. Matthias going to bend back here and let it ride. Watch. And it's a little pop-up back to Matthias, and she makes the catch. But not before the damage is done. The Crushers pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, none bigger than the 3 runs shot by
Bailey Robbins.
By Bailey Robbins. And they get 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2. Through 3.5, we got a good one brewing here, folks. We're all tied at 4 right here on the Play On Sports Network.
And the first pitch is going to be a strike, so we're going to start this one off 0-1 with number 10, Autumn Miller, coming to the plate. So she's your designated, DP, so she's only batting, not fielding.
It'll be Miller, Antigua, and Camina. Due up for Pleasant Grove, trying to give themselves the lead again.
That's your 4, 5, 6 hole for the Pleasant Grove lineup.
Bottom of the third. Ball's outside.
No, that's another strike.
They did call it a strike. You got to wait.
0-2 here.
That's a high pop-up. Should be an easy play for the first baseman, Hernandez. It is. And Miller's retired F3 to start off the bottom of the third.
This is where Pleasant Grove needs to open it up right here. They had a good, solid inning. The last inning, they end up giving up some runs to follow it, but they need to come right back and answer back with some more runs.
Katie Antigua is the batter. She takes a high pitch. 1-0. She walked in the first. 1-0 pitch on the way. Another, almost the identical play. Should be another easy play for Hernandez. She makes the catch. Back-to-back F3s here to start the third. And that'll bring up Victoria Camina, who had an RBI single in the first. Sun is completely gone here at the softball complex. Sweatshirts and coats have come out. Even a couple blankets. Camina. Oh, that one's off the light. Uh-oh. We got one of the umpires leaving the facility. Oh, he's just putting the fence in.
I think the wind blew the fence open.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're doing track and field this Friday. Check our playonsports.com webpage for all of our schedules in the Sac-Joaquin section. But a fun game. The first one, I mean, if you were a Vintage fan, that was fun, but I think this has been really enjoyable for both schools.
Definitely a more interesting ball game.
That one smacked up the middle for a base hit. Kamina now 2 for 2, Jason, with a couple of really good, really strong smashes to the outfield. And that'll bring up Ray Young, who flew out to center in the second. 0 for 1 is Ray R.A.E. Young. Number 17, right-handed batter. Strike on the inside corner. What's going on here? What happened? Oh, left early. The Kamina left early, so she's out, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left for Pleasant Grove in the home half of the third. We'll head to the fourth, all tied at 4. You're listening to the Sac-Joaquin Softball Division I Championship game only on the Play On High School Sports Network.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here today? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The programs allow schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Also, don't forget to stay tuned for the playonsports.com postgame show, where we will select our player of the game. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
Top of the fourth, excuse me, it'll be Nikki Burnett, Courtney Kelly, and Casey Burnett, 8-9-1 hitters for the Crushers of Vintage High School in Napa, California. They got to change the inning up there because I believe it is top of the fourth, so don't go by the scoreboard, go by Blazer Ben Bufano. That one's outside, 1-1.
I didn't know you had a nickname.
Oh, yeah. Alongside Jason Patterson, I am Ben Schneider. Happy to have you with us. Nikki Burnett is 0 for 1. She flew out. That one's off the ground to short. Played a first in time. Burnett is retired 6-3. Nice play there by Malagod.
Very nice play by Malagod. She took her time, made the nice throw to first base, gets the runner. That's exactly what you want to see out of your shortstop, who's got the strongest arm on the field.
That'll bring up Courtney Kelly, who singled her first at bat. Another batter who has both feet pretty much in front of the plate, shortening the distance between her and Matthias. Top of the fourth, all tied at 4. 4s across the board. Little bit outside, not by much. Good ball game here so far. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fouled back to the backstop, 1-2. That's low and outside, 2-2. Make that 3-1 is the count. 3-1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Right down the middle for a called strike. 3-2, and the count is full, folks, with Casey Burnett on deck. Vintage got 1 in the first, 3 in the third. And a walk, right? Or is that 2 and 2? That was ball 4, I thought, yeah.
Obviously, the umpires aren't the only ones that are
Well, no, Kelly,
confused
you
on
got
the
to know
count.
as a batter what the count is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not just the umpires who get confused on the count.
That'll bring up Casey Burnett, who's 0 for 2, but did score a run in the third. She grounded out and reached on a fielder's choice. High, big lead for Kelly at first. I thought Murray might try to gun her down. Washington wasn't covering. One-zero pitch. Outside 2-0.
Yeah, Murray wanted that one. You'll see her. She'll hold that catcher's mitt right there waiting for that call. Unfortunately, she was unable to get that call.
Two-zero pitch. And that time, Murray probably pulled up a little too soon. So 3-0. Hayes on deck. We're going to have a meeting on the mound. We'll pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Play On Sports Network.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
And welcome back to the Sacramento Softball Complex, Field 3 for the Sac-Joaquin Division I Section Championship game, as that one's right down the gut. Kelly at first. Another strike. 2 strikes now on Burnett. Full count. Every full count from here on out is so important.
Pretty much every pitch is important in a tie ball game, that's for sure.
Outside, ball 4, so back-to-back walks. Issued by Matthias. And Kelly at second now. Burnett at first via walk. Just 1 out here in the 4th. Is this the inning that Vintage, the Crushers, take over? Or will Pleasant Grove be able to get out of another jam? Sarah Hayes, the batter, 1 for 1 with a single and a walk, and has scored twice. Takes up high, 1-0 on Sarah. Matthias gets what she wants from Murray, and she's ready to rock and roll. There's a bunt, and a good one.
It was a beautiful
and
bunt.
No play for Washington.
Wow, you don't get any better than that. She deaded the ball beautifully. It went right in between the pitcher and first baseman. You don't get any better than that. That was a beautiful bunt. It's going to load the bases with only 1 out. 4s across the board. Tie game, 4 points. 4th inning.
Well, and look who's up. None other than Robin. 2 for 2, a 3-run homer and a single. This coming after getting 5 RBIs in the first game. This is, without a doubt.
She's a base hit away from beating that record of 5 RBIs.
She takes strike 1. I think she was taken all the way there. 2 for 2 so far, 3 RBIs just in this game alone. This is a crucial part of the game. Pleasant Grove crowd a little bit nervous. 0 for 2 now as Matthias stepping up to the plate with back-to-back strikes on a couple of fastballs. So now Robin's got to shorten her swing a little bit, maybe choke up a little bit. Strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3-pitch strike. Unbelievable. And Matthias gets her first strikeout of the ball game. Couldn't have come at a better time.
I definitely agree. That's definitely something we've been talking about throughout this entire day. Anytime you have bases loaded, the ideal situation for the pitcher is to strike the next batter out. That's exactly what Matthias did there.
But it's all for naught because a base hit to left field's going to score 1. Going to score 2. Play at third. Not in time. A 2 RBI double for Sydney Scott on the first pitch she sees from Matthias. And the Crushers take a 6-4 lead.
As the vintage student body chants Sydney. That was a big clutch 2-out, two-run RBI or 2 RBI double.
Absolutely. Burnett comes home to score. Kelly comes home to score. On the play, Hayes goes to third. And it's 6-4 Crushers with Haley Forbes at the plate. She's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. But she can give a little bit more cushion with a single here. Right down Broadway for a called strike, 0-1.
Matthias has looked good in this inning. She's definitely found her control, and she's been putting them right down the pipe throughout this entire inning.
Burnett and Kelly both scored on that, and they were both given free passes.
Right.
So it's just so crucial that you just can't afford to walk people in big games like this. 1-1 to count after that one misses high and outside. Hayes at third, Scott at second. Swing and a miss on some country hardball fastball there. 1-2 now the count. Matthias 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning with light damage. But they'll take it only being down 2 as opposed to 4, which is what it would be. Swing and a miss. So Matthias gets 2 strikeouts in the frame, but the Crushers send 7 girls to the plate. They get 2 runs on just 2 hits. They leave 2 through 4 innings, through 3.5, I should say. We have a score of 6-4. Crushers on top of the Eagles right here on the Play On High School Sports Network.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
All right, so Pleasant Grove now finds themselves trailing for the first time today here as we go to the bottom of the 4th. They'll have the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Young, McCoyne, and Matthias at the plate. And here's Ray Young, who's 0 for 1 with a flyout. And it's going to be 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts unless we have an error, and we don't. As Robin holds on for the snow cone catch. 1 pitch, and Young is retired. And it seems like strike, after some early problems, has really fit into a nice groove.
Yeah, it's definitely like she did in the last game. Once she gets a little bit of a cushion to deal with, she starts getting into that groove. She starts making her pitches, doing exactly what she wants to do.
So 1 away for McCoyne, who flew out to third base in the second. Number 14, righty with a wide stance. Oh, strike ready to rock and roll, and here we go. Very low, 1-0. Excuse me. Pleasant Grove players trying to chant their way into some runs here, or at least some base runners. 1-0 pitch on the way. Very high and outside, 2-0. It's been a good run for PlayOnSports.com here in the Sac-Joaquin section as we wrap up another division champion here at the softball complex of Sacramento. 3-0, and neither one of those pitches has been close to McCoy. So right when I say, oh, strike's in a nice little groove, she falls behind 3-0, but she's a fighter. Let's see what she does here. 3-0 pitch, and here it comes. And taking all the way is McCoy, and it's 3-1. Lights are on full effect here. Three-one pitch. Here it is. Very high. So a base runner for McCoy and the Eagles, and that'll bring up the tying run to the plate, Matthias. And she walked, and actually it was Singh that came in and scored the run. So she's yet to make an official at bat.
We're going to have another pinch runner for McCoy, and that's going to be number 2, Brittany Hutchins, the senior, who's going to be pinch running.
So Hutchins in at first, as Matthias represents the tying run here. Don't forget to tune into our PlayOnSports.com postgame show where Jason and I will select a player of the game. That's coming up immediately following the last out right here on the Play On Sports Network, your home for high school sports. 1-1 the count. First pitch, actually, I should say, to Matthias is a called strike, 0-1. And that's blasted, a fair ball, but Forbes makes a nice play to limit it to a single. She's a good outfielder.
She definitely is.
She's made some good plays today.
Yeah, she's limited a few ones. As it was Pleasant Grove who had the bases loaded, and she made a nice play to save it only on 1 run.
I think we're going to see a pinch runner for Matthias. We will see Singh again. So Singh came in for Matthias in the second and ended up scoring a run. Matthias comes out to a nice warm welcome from the home crowd. And stepping up to the plate is going to be Marissa Marigod, who represents the go-ahead run. She had an RBI double and scored in the second, flew out in the first. She's 1 for 2. Left-handed batter against the right-handed strike as the drama unfolds here for the Sac-Joaquin section title game. Very low, 1-0. High 2-0. Crowd telling her to wait for your pitch, Marissa. And that's lined to short and tagged out at second for the L6 double play. Unbelievable. As McCoy is picked off. Not much she could do about that. I mean, I'm not putting that on McCoy. That was blasted right at Kelly. She went back and tagged McCoy for the L6 inning-ending double play. No runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. Through 4 innings, it's 6-4 vintage on top of Pleasant Grove right here on the Play On High School Sports Network. Top of the fifth, and there's a base hit on the first pitch for Amber Murray.
Nope. Wrong side.
Oh, you're right. First pitch swinging for Jordan Hernandez.
There you go.
And Hernandez, how about this, Jason? 3 for 3 with 3 singles.
Hey, that's all you need. Base runners can equal runs. How many times did she come around to score?
None.
None.
Crusher's looking to add on some insurance runner. Already in the top of the fifth. This game's breezing along.
Breezing.
Speaking of breezing. We'll see you tomorrow. Me and Jason will be down at the Kings Rally. Here we stayed. 9th and J Street at Cesar Chavez Plaza. Mitch Richmond, Chris Weber, Vivek Redanovic, Mark Mastroff, Slamson, the Kings Dancers. We'll see you all down there. Here we stayed. There's a high fly ball to shortstop. It's cut by Madagod. 1 away. And that'll bring up Nikki Burnett.
Whoa.
0 for 2.
I heard the PA announcer again. That was the second
It's
time.
inconsistent, if anything.
Maybe it's the headset.
Nikki is 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. Wide stance, number 24. Takes inside 1-0. Love the camaraderie. High, 2-0. Under the lights here on field number 3. 2-0 on the way. Outside 3-0.
If I'm Pleasant Grove, I want to watch Matthias right now. She had a little bit of problem with control in the first game. It's starting to get late in this one. If she starts having problem with control again, I definitely look to bring in a reliever.
And that hits her.
Right as I say that.
This is about the time that about an inning after they made the change last time. But look at, now we got some trouble. 1 out, 2 on. Courtney Kelly at the plate. She's 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored and a single. Finn Pendergrass is our in-game producer. The one and only Tim King, our videographer, alongside Jason Patterson. I'm Ben Schneider. Happy to have you with us here as that's a called strike to Courtney Kelly. 1 for 1, I mentioned, with a walk and a run scored and a single. Runner at first and second. Crushers looking to add to their 2-run lead. There's a hit to the left side of the infield. Smart play. Get the sure out. Get the lead runner. Very nice play. So Kelly reaches on a fielder's choice. It goes 6-5. Burnett moves to second on the play. Nice heads-up play by Malagold. Yeah. She's done a nice job at short.
She's definitely been out there, the field general for Pleasant Grove.
So now 2 outs. And the leadoff hitter, Casey Burnett. Burnett is 0 for 2 with a walk and a couple of runs scored. So she's done what you want your leadoff batter to do. She's got on base and she scored twice, as that's a ball right at the knees for a called strike 0-1. Infield in. 6-4 our score. Ball's low and outside. 2-0, or 1-1. Under the lights here at the SSC. Outside as Murray tried to frame it. 2-1. Matthias rocks, kicks, and delivers. Outside 3-1, much to the chagrin of these Pleasant Grove fans. Three and one to count. I've never heard that one. Blue, get some glasses. Oh, just painting the corner. Vincent Van Gogh style. Brings the count to full. Full count, 2 on. 1 out. Top of the 5th. Good ball game brewing. Payoff pitch. And it's a Chopper's lazy ground ball to first. Stepping on the bag is Washington, and the Crushers are retired. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 2 through 5.5, 6-4. Crushers on top of the Eagles. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's going to be a fantastic ending. You're listening to the Division I Sac-Joaquin softball championship game only on PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
One match.
We can get a player up here.
Ah, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join
Pleasant Grove, bottom of the 5th. They're down to their last 9 outs. And it's high, 1-0. On Amber Murray, who is a triple and a home run. The hardest 2 parts of the cycle she's got done. She also has 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. She's had a fantastic game so far. Fouls that one out of place, 1-1. On Amber Murray, the senior, the catcher, number 6, right-handed batter. We'll see if she has some magic left in that bat after all. And she smashes another one. Are you kidding me? Gone! Gone!
The girl's got some power.
Unbelievable. A solo shot for Amber Murray, her second home run of the game, her 3rd run scored, and all she's done today is 2 home runs and a triple, and scored 3 times.
That's all. That's all.
Unbelievable, 6-5.
What a shot by Murray. She's been back there behind the plate the entire game trying to frame pitches, and she's framed 2 all by herself right over that outside or that outfield wall. Beautiful shots. Neither one of them, no doubt, off the bat going over the fence.
And that brings up Vanessa Washington, who's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch and grounded out. The number 3 hitter, wide stand righty, crushes that, and that's going to be extra bases. Washington rounding first. Having trouble with it is Burnett. Throw to second, not in time, and a double for Washington.
Pleasant Grove's got a little something going here.
Absolutely, nobody on, nobody out, and the tying run just 120 feet away. That's second. That'll bring up Autumn Miller. Miller 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. She represents the go-ahead run.
I actually have number 5 as Riley Amaturo.
We got a pinch hitter. All right, we do have a pinch hitter. Riley Amatoro.
She's playing center field, so she was the flex. We're going to have a pinch runner also.
Yep.
Didn't catch the number on the pinch runner, though.
So, excuse me. So Amatoro at the plate. First at bat of the afternoon. The evening now. Wow, 3 home runs already in this one.
2 from one person.
Yep, Amber Murray. If they should hold on to win, I don't think we have a tough choice, really, who's the player of the game. That one's right down Broadway for a called strike, 0-1. Amatoro, right-hander, number 5. It's a good baseball number. Outside, 1-1. Six to 5 our score, bottom of the 5th. Vintage clinging to a 1-run lead. Swing and a miss on some high heat.
That's going to sit her down.
Amador goes down.
It's a 3-pitch at-bat right there for the pinch hitter, and she went down on 3 straight strikes.
And no strike, just their first strikeout of the evening. And that brings up Antigua. And that's going to maybe tie it up. No, because getting a late break on it was Washington. But a single for Katie. Antigua. She's on base for the second time today. And she represents the go-ahead run. Oh, she moved to second on that. I didn't even see that.
Heads up base running.
The throw to third allowed Antigua to move to second. So the go-ahead run is at second base, still just 1 out. And Victoria Camina at the plate. She's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a couple of singles. Uh-oh. It's going to be F6 as Kelly reaches back. I thought for a second, Jason, that might be caught. I mean, might catch a hole. That'll bring up Ray Young, who's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. Talk about pressure here. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. A base hit gives your team the lead.
We're actually going to have a pinch hitter here.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be number 18, Amy Hutchinson. The sophomore is going to come in and pinch hit right now.
We saw Hutchinson.
She replaced McCoyne at third.
A little bit in the first inning, or the first game.
So here's Hutchinson with 2 outs, a runner.
Yeah,
60
big spot
feet
here
away.
to come in for a pinch hitter. And first pitch swinging, it gets by, and Pleasant Grove's going to take the lead. Oh, they got her in a rundown.
With the old pickle.
And she's out. I don't even know how you would score that. It's probably like 7-3, 4-6, 2. But anyway, both the runs score, so Washington comes home to score. Antigua comes home to score. Hutchinson gets the 2 RBI single before she's thrown out in a pickle. And for the Eagles in the home half of the 5th, they get 2 runs on 4 hits. And we're through 5 innings. What a game. Back and forth we go. Pleasant Grove takes the lead 7-6 right here on the Play On Sports Network. And welcome back to SSC Field 3. Jason Patterson alongside Ben Schneider, or Blazer Ben Bufano, however you want to slice it or dice it. We got a good one brewing here as Pleasant Grove has taken the lead 7-6. We've already had, four lead changes and 3 ties, something like that.
Yeah, this one's definitely been a back and forth
great.
affair.
It's been fantastic.
Heads up.
It makes almost forgetting my jacket in the car worthwhile. As the Crushers now find themselves behind here in the top of the 6th. Don't worry about what the scoreboard says because these guys aren't the sharpest knives in the shed. That's for sure. Hayes, Robin, and Scott, 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Crushers. Infield in. And a base hit up the middle. So that's how things get started in the 6th for Hayes and the Crushers. And Hayes, how about this, Jason? 3 for 3 with a walk, 3 singles, and a 2 runs scored. Sarah Hayes having herself a fantastic game.
Yeah, a lot of these vintage Crushers are having a fairly solid game as Bailey Robin comes to the plate. She had that 3-run blast earlier in the game.
Also has a single and a struck out looking, remember, on the 3-pitch at bat. So she's trying to redeem herself because the bases were loaded. She feels horrible about that last at bat.
Especially down a run now.
Absolutely. Top of the 6th, 7-6, Eagles on top of the Crushers. Right here on the Play On Sports Network. With Finn and Tim and Jason, I'm Ben. Happy to have you with us. Crowd really getting into it, and a swing and a miss.
That's not fair. My name doesn't fit in with your guys' rhyme scheme. It's Tim, Ben, and Finn, and Jason.
7-6. Matthias gets what she wants, and the pitch. And back to Matthias. She'll go to second for 1. Smart play there, goes 1-6. Robin reaches on the fielder's choice, 1-6.
Yeah, definitely a smart play there. Get the lead runner. Definitely what you want to do. You got to run got a run cushion. You don't want to put any runners in scoring position. Smart play by Matthias to turn around and get the lead runner at second base.
Sydney Scott's at bat. She's got 3 RBIs in the game. She's 1 for 3. Remember, she had that 2 RBI double back in the 4th. That was huge. Actually gave the Crushers the lead at the time. So the cheer from the players on the bench trickled out to the crowd. I don't think I've seen that before. Scoreboard still says 5th inning for some reason. I'm not going to let that bother me. But we know what inning it is. Fouled back out of play by Scott. I mentioned 1 for 3, but it does have 3 RBIs. Had a sac fly RBI in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd, and had a 2 RBI double in the 4th. Number 15. She represents the go-ahead run. Matthias gets what she wants from Murray, and the delivery. Blasted into right center field and getting a great jump on it, and I believe is going to score all the way from first. What a great piece of base running. Standing up is Robin. She got a great jump on that one, Jason.
Yeah, beautiful jump. She heads up base running. She knew that ball was going right into the gap. Had this been on AT&T Park in Giants, that was triple alley right there. That one would have went right down it. But a very nice hit. Found the gap. Got a double, RBI double, and that's going to tie this ball game up yet again. So we have another tie.
And Scott also making a choice for player of the game. She's got 4 RBIs and 2 doubles. Unbelievable. She's having a fantastic game. First pitch swinging foul is Haley Forbes. Haley's 1 for 3. Flew out in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th. The left fielder, Jason had mentioned she's made some great plays out there in left. We'll see if she can contribute with the bat. Single here can score Scott and give the Crushers the lead. 0-1 pitch. Outside 1-1.
Game 2 has definitely been a back-and-forth affair here. No team wanting to give up, and no team wanting to let the other one go ahead any further.
Swing and a miss. Forbes way behind on that one. Quickly 1-2. Crowd on its feet. Ooh, a tough take by Haley, but give her credit. It was off the plate, 2-2.
Yeah, that one looked just a little bit high from here.
Scott's on second. Robbins already come in and scored. Crowd on its feet. Intensity picking up here. 2-2 pitch on the way. And a foul back out of play. Running out of room. And we'll do it again. Crushers at 33-1 on the year. Out of Napa. 2-2 pitch. Here we go. Get your cameras ready. That's outside, full count. So Forbes in a nice little battle here with Matthias. Payoff pitch on the way. Forbes blasts it to right field. It should advance the runner. Oh, but she left too early. Now she has to get back. Poor base running. I'm not sure if she would have made it anyway. But Scott hesitated as Forbes flies out to right. I think she would have, but she left too early, so she had to go back. So Forbes unable to move the runner over. She gave it a good ride, but a nice play out there by Antigua. That'll bring up Jordan Hernandez, who's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Pretty consistent. Another single can give her team the lead and get them an inch closer to winning the section title. Here we go. High and outside. Oh, 2-0.
Wow, that one looked good from here. As the rest of the Pleasant Grove fans agree.
Can't please everybody all the time. I think these umpires have done a good job. 7-7's our score. 3-0. With Ostrike on deck. Ostrike's 0 for 3. So maybe pitching around Hernandez a little bit here.
It's definitely possible. There's 2 outs. First base is open.
Yep. That's right down J Street for a called strike. 3-1. And so a walk. I think they're pitching around her. Hamilton's been a beast. She's got 3 singles. And Ostrike has not done much in either game, really. She did have 1 single last game, so she's 1 for 7 on the doubleheader. Noise picking up here. Strike called. Top of the 6th. Tied at 7. And that's going to get past Kamina. Rounding third and coming home and giving the Crushers the lead is Scott. On an RBI single from Ostrike. Maybe she was just saving her best for last, Jason.
I was going to say 1-7 on the doubleheader, like you said, and she comes in clutch with the go-ahead run here late in this ballgame.
Hernandez goes to third on the play. We'll take a break in the action for the meeting on the mound. 8-7, our 5th lead change of the game. What a game. Crushers retake the lead. that'll bring up Nikki Burnett. Nikki's 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch, a ground out and a fly out. I almost hit by that one, too, as it barely avoids her shin. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Vintage on top of Pleasant Grove, 8-7. Good ball game. High 2-0. Nice little rally here for the Crushers in the 6th.
They like those 2-out rallies.
Uh-oh. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a break in the action. 8-7, top of the 6th. You're listening to the Sac-Joaquin Softball Division I Championship game only on the Play On Sports Network. No pitching change, but just a meeting on the mound with head coach Rick Robin. I'm sorry. Pleasant Grove head coach is Chris Murray. So just a meeting on the mound, wanted to see where Matthias was at.
Here's a little random stat for you. Both coaches' daughters have hit home runs in this game.
I like that stat, actually. That's good. Called strike. Three and one on Burnett. Swing and a miss. Full count. Hernandez is at third. He'll strike at first. Top of the 6th. Crushers on top of the Eagles, 8-7. Big pitch coming up here. Payoff pitch on the way, and here it comes. Swing and a miss. But not before the Crushers retake the lead. They get 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 through 5.5. It is 8-7. Vintage on top of Pleasant Grove. You're listening to the Sac-Joaquin Division I Softball Section Championship game only on the Play On Sports Network. And welcome back alongside the one and only Jason Patterson. I'm Ben Schneider. Happy to have you with us here. As now Pleasant Grove finds themselves behind. It's McCoyne, the third baseman. Got a meeting on the mound already. Did they even throw a pitch?
Threw a couple pitches.
Did they? McCoyne's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Only the third at bat for the bottom of the order for Pleasant Grove. McCoyne, Matthias, and Malagod.
Oh! And that's Bailey Robin with a beautiful, beautiful Willie Mays type style catch right there.
That was nice. Wow.
Yeah, Bailey Robin does it all.
You know, Strike says, hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks for bailing me out. That'll bring up Matthias, who's done a nice job on the mound. She's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Third at bat of the game. Wide stand. Fouls that one back out of play just a little bit behind it, but was right on it. 0-1. Fouled back out of play. 0-2.
The chants
She's
on
on her.
the baseball diamond have changed since I played baseball.
What do you mean?
I've never heard what they're saying. I'll tell you
Oh,
that
this is
much.
softball.
Yeah, still.
No, I broadcasted in college. It's the same thing. Whoa. I think that slipped. Oh, Strike has a good laugh about it. She bowled that one there. 2-1, or 1-2, I should say. Here we go. High. 2-2. Three and 2. From 0-2 to 3-2, Matthias is a fighter.
It's definitely what you want out of an at-bat.
Absolutely.
You started out 0-2, and you can work it full. It's a beautiful at-bat.
Because they
by
need
Matthias.
base runners. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Just the second strikeout for a strike. So 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Marissa Malagod. Marissa is 1 for 3 with an RBI double and a run scored. Left-handed batter. Tries to bunt her way on, and a pretty good one. Can she beat it out? No. Oh, she dropped the ball.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hernandez was unable to scoop that one. And I think they had her out, too. But unfortunately, like I said, Hernandez was unable to scoop that one up.
Uh-oh. This isn't who you want to see up if you are the Crushers. Amber Murray, 3 for 3 with 2 home runs.
I'd put her on.
And a triple.
I'd put her on base, but that's me.
And 3 RBIs.
You take my pitcher over the outfield wall twice. I think I'm going to put you on base with 2 outs.
But then again, you got to have confidence in your ace. We'll see what happens.
That's 2-0.
Yeah, maybe pitching around her.
They're pitching her smart, that's for sure. They're not going to give her any more right there in there. That's smart pitching by O'Strike, though. You don't want to give Murray anything to hit, as she's already proved she could take you deep.
Ooh, she was swinging for the fences on that one.
She wanted 3 home runs for sure.
Wow, I felt the wind up here.
She was trying to Reggie Jackson that one, 3 home runs in the World Series.
Pablo. Panda.
No, I'm an A's fan, buddy.
No, come on, Sandoval. Just like the Babe himself. I was at that game 1. Wow. Well, she swung for the fences there, no doubt about that.
You were at a game in 1912?
No. I was at the game 1 this year.
Oh, okay. You just said like the Babe himself, and then you said you were at a game. Those two
kind
of coincided together.
Relax.
I'm just making sure, man. You didn't look that old. I was hoping.
I'm only 23. Oh, that hits Amber.
That's a good way to put her on.
So she reaches for the 4th time today via hit by pitch. As the Crushers looking for some insurance runs.
as I'm starting to see some rally caps beginning to happen over here on the Pleasant Grove bench. Starting to turn those visors upside down and turn them into rally caps.
Washington's the batter. She was hit by the pitch in the first, flew out in the second, doubled and scored a run in the fifth. 1 for 3. Or 1 for 2, I should say, because hit by a pitch isn't an official at bat. That ball's high, 2-0.
1-1.
Thank you. 1-1 pitch. It's high, 2-1. So after getting out the first two batters, a walk and a hit by a pitch, or a single and a hit by a pitch, then all of a sudden it's nervous time for a strike. 2-1 pitch. Right down Broadway. 2-2.
That was a clutch pitch right there. That works the count even, 2-2.
She had a little extra gas on that one.
Definitely.
2-2 pitch. Ooh, just getting a piece, but you gotta like the tenacity.
That's what they call in softball the rising ball right there, as that one just kind of lifted up a little bit, just enough to where the batter couldn't get all of the ball, fouls it off. Nice pitch by O'Strike.
How about another 2-2 pitch just for your viewing pleasure? Swing and a miss. The inning is retired. No runs on one hit. They leave two.
That's
through 6 complete innings. 8-7. Crushers on top of the Eagles. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that puts Vintage 3 outs away from taking home the Division I Sacramento or Sac-Joaquin section championships.
Absolutely. We'll take a break in the action, and we'll be back for the 7th inning right after these words from our local sponsors.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Here we go, 7th inning, top of the 7th. Crushers looking for some insurance runs as Eagles want to keep it at a 1-run deficit. It'll be Kelly, Burnett, and Hayes, 9-1-2 batters for the Crushers in the maroon uniforms with the white pants, the maroon socks. 0-1.
Last inning of the second game, and we decide to tell them what they're wearing?
Well,
I'm just trying to get some giggles out of the listeners. Oof. Not getting as many of the calls as they want are these Pleasant Grove Eagle fans.
there's a big gap in between Antigua and Amaturo in right and center field.
Yeah, they definitely had him
But
shaded
they had
left.
him shifted in the right way, but there's a base knock. Rounding first, going to second with a stand-up double is Kelly.
Beautiful hit by Courtney Kelly. They had her shifted out in the outfield towards left field. She hit it out there, but she placed it nicely right in between the left fielder and the center fielder and is able to get the stand-up double to lead off the top of the 7th inning. So just like you said, these vintage Crushers looking for some insurance runs, and they get the leadoff batter with a stand-up double.
Kelly reaches base for the 3rd time today. And that'll bring up the leadoff batter, Casey Burnett. Casey is 1 for 4 with a walk, but has scored 2 runs.
Still not used to that batting stance.
0 for 3 with a walk and scored 2 runs. Yeah, she's just a swinging bunt. Or the slap hit is really what it is.
I'd almost be intimidated if I was Matthias. I think she's running at me every time I throw the ball.
It's unorthodox, that's for sure. Robin is on deck. Oh, nice bunt. First baseline. Ooh, she almost threw it away. So a base hit bunt.
Wow.
Nice job covering there by Kamina. But on the play, Kelly goes to third. So first and third, nobody out for the Crushers here in the top of the 7th. Crushers needed the first one to get to this game, and they won in convincing fashion 14-2. This one's been back and forth. It's been a fantastic ball game. But the Eagles would love to keep it a one-run deficit, that's for sure. The batter is Sarah Hayes. 3 for 3 with 3 singles, a walk, and 2 runs scored. She's had a fantastic game as well.
Burnett stole second on that last pitch, too.
Swing and a miss.
It's going to make it 0-2 here. See if Matthias can't get herself a little 3-pitch strikeout.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Ducks on the pond.
Yeah, she's got a runner 60 feet away, or 60 feet away.
Slap to third.
Oh, that was just misplayed.
At least McCoy was able to keep it in the infield. Going to be an infield hit for Hayes, and the bases are juiced now.
That's unfortunate for McCoy, and she looks pretty upset with herself. She thinks she could have made a play on that ball. But nonetheless, just like you said, Ben, at least she was able to knock it down, stop it from going into the outfield. That did save a run.
Well, yeah, now you got to force at home.
Well, force at any base.
You want to go home on anything hitting the infield. So a double and 2 singles has the bases loaded for Bailey Robin, who's 2 for 4 with a single, a 3-run home run, and has scored twice. An extra base hit can open things up here, Jason.
I definitely agree with that. And guess who's at the plate? Bailey Robin.
Yeah.
She struck out looking the last time with the bases loaded. Let's see if she can't redeem herself.
That was back in the 4th, you're right. Last at bat, she reached on a fielder's choice, but scored. Here we go. Big at bat here. And it's to the second base. We're just going to go to first. Run will score.
So that's an RBI.
Kelly comes in and scores.
Bailey Robin adds another RBI to her list. It's going to make it a 2-run ball game. 7-9 now in the top of the 7th inning. Only 1 out.
Yeah, and runners at third and second. So Hayes goes to third. Robin goes to second. Now Robin out at first. Oh,
what
another bunt.
bunt.
But they're going to go home. She dropped the ball.
That's a heads-up play, too. She went ahead and ran to second.
Yeah, it was. Burnett scores on the single. But a heads-up play, you're right. That was an all-around good play. Good bunt, good heads-up awareness, good base running. That was a major league play right there.
Yeah, I like the play by Murray, though. Go home with it, try to get the runner. Fortunately, she dropped the ball. She got that glove out there, but the runner was able to run right through the glove, knock the ball out of the hand. That's going to be another run, so that's going to make it 7-10 now.
9-7, right? 10-7, you're right.
7-10.
And it's still two on and only 1 out. And Haley Forbes up to get for the 5th time today. She's 1 for 4. A single, a couple of flyouts, and a strikeout. Hayes at third, Scott at second. Haley at the plate.
Ooh.
And she,
no.
It's dropped. It would have been a double play.
That would have been a double play. That would have been out of the inning if she would have caught that ball. That is unfortunate for these Pleasant Grove Eagles, as that is going to bring home another run, make it 11-7. 2 outs, runner on third.
I think the problem is that Kamina started to react before she had the ball in her glove, which is, you see
normal.
that a lot. Yeah,
That happens.
Yeah, because she got so excited she was going to double it up. So Forbes reached on an E4, and it's 11-7. Low and inside, and Forbes is going to take second.
This is the exact inning that the Crushers wanted to have.
Yeah.
Top of the 7th inning, only up by 1, and they went ahead and blew this one open. Now ahead by 4.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Hernandez wanted all of that one. Unfortunately, Matthias had other plans, and she put that one right into Murray's glove. Nice pitch.
Low. Hernandez is 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk. Looking for a 4-hit evening. Swing and a miss on some high heat. Two and two. As Chuck Woolery once said. Three runs in here for the Crushers in the 7th. Change up, and that could be trouble. That's going to drop, and that's going to be extra bases.
That's going
to clear the bases. Forbes will round third and come home and score. And it's a 2 RBI double for Hernandez, and she's 4 for 4.
5 runs on this inning. That is one heck of an inning. As you come into the inning up only 1, and as of right now, you are now up 6.
No strikes at the plate now. She's 1 for 4. Still only 1 out. Wow, still only 1 out, too. 13-7 is our score. How about this? Crushers. There's a hit to shortstop. Throw across the mound in time. Nice play there by Matagob. Those strikes retired 6-3. That'll bring up the 9th batter of the inning. It's Nikki Burnett, who's 0 for 3. Fly out, ground out, strikeout, was hit by a pitch. She's yet to record a hit here today and tonight.
Today and tonight, because we played 2 games.
Well, she did have a hit in the earlier game. But
Ooh, that was
what,
low.
27 runs for the Crushers offense here tonight?
Compared to 9?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Pleasant Grove was in this one all the way until
Oh,
this
yeah,
inning.
they played a fantastic game. It was still not over, but they had a lead going into the 7th. I mean, can't ask for much more than that. That's a strike. Foul ball on the first baseline.
It's a nice change up there by Matthias. Took a little bit off.
Time is called. And that actually hits Burnett. So that'll bring up Courtney Kelly, who started off the inning with a double and scored. She's had a nice game, 2 for 3 with a walk, a single, a double, and she scored twice. So 10th batter of the frame.
It's definitely not what you want in the last inning of the ball game. You do not want to let the opposing team bat around.
Strike.
Definitely heard the umpire on that one.
There's a chopper to second. Should end the inning. Throw to first. Not in time. Throw home. Not in time. Wow. It's kind of coming unraveled here for the Eagles as Hernandez comes home and scores.
That was a questionable call at first, but nonetheless, smart base running by these Crushers as she was able to take home. And that was actually a pretty smart play by Murray to just hold on to the ball there. She had already decided that they were just going to keep throwing the ball away.
So Casey Burnett will go to the plate for the second time this inning. She scored 3 runs already today. She has 1 hit and 3 official at bats. 14-7, as the Crushers have now doubled up on the Eagles. Outside, 1-0.
Now, what happens if they score 3 more?
Well, they still get a bat. Yeah.
I was curious.
Strike.
So it's going to take a Pleasant Grove bat around themselves.
Yeah, which,
it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Oh, nice play as she lines out to third, but not before the Crushers bring 12 girls to the plate. They score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs on 8 hits, and they lead 14-7. We'll go to the home half of the 7th. Last chance for Pleasant Grove. They trail 14-7. Right here, you're listening to the Sac-Joaquin Softball Division I Championship game only on the Play On Sports Network.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
They're all going to look to make a statement early.
All right, last chance for the Pleasant Grove Eagles. They'll have their power up 3-4-5. It'll be Washington, Amarado, and Antigua. We have a pinch hitter? No, Miller's back in the game. That's what it is. She was 0 for 2 before she was pinch hit. Now she's back in. It's off the plate, and that's going to be unless it goes foul, that's a tough break, actually, because she was going to beat that out, and you get your lead runner on, and you get this thing going. But instead, it's a long, drawn-out strike.
That was a smart play by Hernandez there.
Let it go.
Let it go out of bounds. That's unfortunate for Otto Miller, though, as she thought she had herself an infield base hit there.
Big gap between right field and between the Burnetts out there and right and center field. Outside, good take. 2-1. Ooh, that's smashed. That's how you get the inning led off. Rounding first, heading to second with a close play, actually. Closer than I thought it was going to be at second. And Miller has a leadoff double.
Yeah, that was a beautiful hit by Autumn Miller. She was able to split the left fielder and the center fielder, put it right in the gap. Had this field been a little bit longer, she would have stretched that into a triple, no problem.
Here's Katie Antigua. She's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Low and outside, 1-0.
Well, if you want to bat around, that's definitely the way to start, is to get a leadoff double.
Sure. Fouled back out of play, 1-1.
Little wake-up call for the vintage bench.
This is your wake-up call. Foul down the third baseline. 1-2 now on Antigua. Don't forget to stay tuned for our PlayOnSports.com postgame show where Jason and I will select a player of the game. We'll wrap this thing up and we'll say so long. That's all coming up on the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. There's a hit to the shortstop. Should be an easy play over to first. It is, goes 6-3. Now how about a double up? Oh, wow. So it goes 6-3-5 double play.
Talk about taking the wind out of your sails on that one.
Well, late break by Miller. She should have gone right when Kelly threw it to first. I think she hesitated a little bit. You don't see too many 6-3-5 double plays. So now the Eagles are down to their last out. Nice apply on the tag, too, by Hayes there at third. Strike. It's Vicky Kamina. She's had a good game. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and an RBI. Wide stance for the righty. As Eagles down to their last 2 strikes. This could do it. A high, lazy pop fly. And it's caught by Casey Burnett. As the Crushers come screaming out of the dugouts. And that's how this ball game ends, folks. By a score of 14-7. The Vintage Crushers win Game 1 14-2 and Game 2 14-7 to win the Division I Softball Sac-Joaquin Section Championship. Hats off to Pleasant Grove on a fantastic year. They finish out the year 22-11. They just ran into a buzzsaw today. They lose to the Vintage Crushers, who end the season 34-1. Your 2013 Sac-Joaquin Division I Section Champions are the Vintage Crushers. We're going to take a quick break in the action. We'll come back and we'll wrap things up on our PlayOnSports.com postgame show right after these words. And welcome back to our PlayOnSports.com postgame show where Jason and I have selected a player of the game. It's none other than, well, we did Bailey Robin last game, didn't we?
But, I mean, can you blame her? She hit a home run in this game.
Yeah, that's true.
How many RBIs?
Well, not only that, but the 3-run homer was really what kind of got them going.
How many did she have in this game?
She had 5 RBIs.
So that's 10 on the
in
two games.
We'll give it to Bailey Robin again. The 3-run homer in the third was just a blast. She had a single and scored a run in the first, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 6th, and then added, just for good measure, another RBI in the 7th for 5. Fantastic game. Wow, it was through 6.5 or through 5.5, it was pretty close. Pleasant Grove, I think, maybe just ran out of gas a little bit down there at the end.
No, I definitely agree. Hats off to Pleasant Grove, as they were the only team this entire year to beat Vintage, and that was the game where it was 3-1. And Vintage just had a chip on their shoulder. They came into this day knowing they had to beat the team that beat them, the only team that beat them, the team that stopped them from getting that 30-game streak. And they went out and did it in one heck of a fashion, scoring 28 runs on 2 games and only allowing 9 for the opposite team.
Absolutely, and a great duo pitching for Ostrike. She was fantastic. A couple other honorable mentions, too, for as far as player of the games goes. If we didn't go with Robin Hayes, she's had – well, you could have gone with Hayes either. She had 4 singles and scored 4 times. There's just so many people to go by, but we're going to give it to Robin again. That's fine with me. Any final thoughts before we wrap things up, my good friend Jason?
I would look out for this Vintage team to come. They've only lost 1 game the entire year. Like I said,
that's impressive.
It's super impressive, and they fittingly take home the Division I Sac-Joaquin Section Championship. So hats off to Vintage. Hats off to Pleasant Grove for making it this far. I expect to see both programs late in the year next year.
Absolutely. For our in-game,
So, yeah, we're only losing 3 seniors for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, that's pretty good. They'll be back for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For our in-game producer, Finn Pendergast. For our videographer, the one and only Tim King. For my for the excellent color commentator, Jason Patterson, I'm Ben Schneider. Saying so long from the Sacramento Softball Complex. Once again, your 2013 Sac-Joaquin Division I softball champions are the Vintage Crushers. They win by a score of 14-7 to finish the season 34-1. Hats off to Pleasant Grove on a fantastic season, but they just ran into a buzzsaw, like I said, the Vintage Crushers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Check our playonsports.com webpage. We got track and field coming up this Friday. And we have more baseball on Monday, Memorial Day out at City College, one of my favorite days of the year. Want to check that out. So check our broadcast page on playonsports.com for all of our games and locations. We will be out at City College on Monday. For Finn and Tim and Jason, I'm Ben saying so long. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good night.